Welcome to a story of power, ambition, and disruption. A story about a man who never followed the rules and never asked for permission. In a world shaped by money, media, and influence, few individuals have managed to command attention the way he did. This is not a story about agreement. It is a story about impact. Tonight, you will not just learn English. You will learn it through real history, real decisions, and real consequences. Through towering cities, flashing cameras, and moments that divided nations, we explore the rise of one of the most talked about figures of our time. From the streets of New York to the halls of the White House. This is the story of Donald J. Trump. Below is a single continuous English narration text, written as one uninterrupted cinematic documentary script, designed for a 60 to 80-minute video when read slowly with pauses, visuals, music, and transitions. No section titles on screen are required. The flow is natural and documentary style, exactly as requested. In the modern history of the United States, few names have sparked as much attention, debate, admiration, and controversy as Donald John Trump. He is not simply a businessman, not only a television personality, and not just a political leader. He is a symbol of ambition, disruption, and unapologetic confidence. To understand Donald Trump is to understand power, media, and personality in the late 20th and early 21st centuries. This is not a story of perfection, nor a story of consensus. It is a story of impact, a story of how one man learned to dominate attention, shape narratives, and leave a permanent mark on business, culture, and politics. The story begins in New York City, a city that never sleeps, a city built on steel, concrete, competition, and dreams. Donald John Trump was born on June 14, 1946, in Queens, New York, into a family that already understood real estate, money, and discipline. His father, Fred Trump, was a successful real estate developer who built thousands of middle-class homes across New York. From an early age, Donald was surrounded by construction sites, numbers, negotiations, and the idea that winning mattered. In the Trump household, success was expected, not optional. Strength was respected. Weakness was not rewarded. As a child, Donald Trump was energetic, assertive, and competitive. He was not quiet, not reserved, and not easily controlled. Recognizing this intensity, his parents sent him to the New York Military Academy, a decision that would shape his character for life. Their discipline ruled everything. Order, hierarchy, authority, and command were not abstract ideas. They were daily realities. Trump learned how power works, how leadership is displayed, and how confidence can control a room. He learned to stand out, to lead, and to assert himself in environments designed to break hesitation. After military school, Trump attended Fordham University briefly before transferring to the Wharton School of Finance at the University of Pennsylvania, one of the most prestigious business schools in the world. At Wharton, Trump focused on real estate, economics, and competition. He did not see business as theory. He saw it as war, negotiation, and dominance. Even then, his mindset was clear: think big, act boldly, and never accept small victories. In the early 1970s, Trump returned to New York and joined his father's real estate business. But Donald Trump did not want to remain in the outer boroughs. He wanted Manhattan. At that time, Manhattan was dangerous, declining, and filled with risk. Most developers avoided it. Trump saw opportunity. He believed that decay created leverage, and leverage created power. One of his earliest major projects was the transformation of the Commodore Hotel near Grand Central Terminal. Through bold negotiations, tax abatements, and aggressive financing, Trump turned a failing property into a luxury hotel. It was a signal to the city. Donald Trump had arrived. The 1980s became the decade of Trump. New York City transformed, and Trump positioned himself not just as a developer, but as a brand. Trump Tower rose on Fifth Avenue, a glass and gold monument to ambition. It was more than a building. It was a message. Inside were luxury apartments, marble floors, and his own office at the top. Trump understood something many others did not. Perception is power. Buildings were not just structures. They were statements. During this era, Trump expanded rapidly. Casinos in Atlantic City, hotels across the country, golf courses, luxury properties. His name became a symbol of wealth and success. He licensed it, promoted it, and defended it fiercely. In 1987, he published The Art of the Deal, a business book that became a bestseller and cemented his public image as a master negotiator. Whether admired or criticized, Trump was impossible to ignore. But success did not come without failure. The late 1980s and early 1990s brought massive financial pressure. Debt mounted. Several Trump businesses entered bankruptcy. Headlines turned negative. Critics predicted his downfall. For many, this would have been the end. For Trump, it was another battle. He renegotiated, restructured, and survived. He lost billions on paper, but preserved control of his brand. The one asset he understood better than anything else. He learned that failure, if managed correctly, could be temporary, while visibility was permanent. In the 2000s, Trump reinvented himself again, this time through television. The Apprentice premiered in 2004 and became a massive success. Millions of viewers watched Trump judge, command, and eliminate contestants with a single phrase that entered global culture: "You're fired." The show reintroduced Trump to a new generation and reframed him as a decisive leader. Television did what buildings and books could not. It made him a household figure worldwide. Yet Trump was never far from controversy. Lawsuits, public feuds, aggressive interviews, and bold statements followed him constantly. He thrived in conflict. Where others sought approval, Trump sought attention. And attention, in the modern media world, is power. In 2015, Donald Trump made a move that shocked the world. He announced his candidacy for President of the United States. Many laughed. Many dismissed it as publicity. But Trump understood the political moment. He spoke directly, emotionally, and without filters. His rallies were massive. His language was simple, repetitive, and powerful. He positioned himself as an outsider fighting an elite system. Against all predictions, Donald Trump won the 2016 election, delivering one of the biggest political upsets in American history. As president, Trump governed as he campaigned. Unconventional, confrontational, and direct. He challenged institutions, norms, and media narratives. His administration focused on immigration enforcement, tax reform, deregulation, and an America-first foreign policy. International relations shifted. Trade wars began. Supporters saw strength and honesty. Critics saw division and chaos. The media environment became constant conflict. Trump used social networks as weapons, bypassing traditional channels and speaking directly to millions. The presidency was marked by relentless attention, investigations, global crises, and polarization. Few presidents had ever been so praised and criticized at the same time. Trump did not seek unity through compromise. He sought loyalty through identity. Love him or oppose him, his presence dominated global conversation. After leaving office, Trump did not disappear. His influence remained. His supporters remained loyal. His critics remained vocal. His role in modern political history was secured. Donald Trump became more than a man. He became a symbol of disruption, of resistance, of ambition without apology. Today, his legacy continues to be debated. Was he a visionary or a provocateur? A defender of forgotten voices or a divider of nations? The answers depend on perspective. But one truth remains undeniable. Donald Trump changed how power is performed, how media is used, and how personality can reshape history. As night falls over New York and Washington, the cities that shaped him and were shaped by him, one idea remains clear. Power changes systems. Personality changes history. And Donald J. Trump ensured that his story would never be forgotten.